Evidently, our first demonstration of Cobra power wasn't sufficient to convince you of my purpose. This time, there will be no room for doubt.
Hello everybody, this is Master GiJoe. I'm going to review of the vintage G.I. Joe figure. So look at this 1983 swivel arm Cobra Commander. Cobra Commander is so popular among all the collectors of G.I. Joes. And also, when you read the Marvel comics, if there is no Cobra Commander, there is no G.I. Joe. What's the G.I. Joe for if there is not an enemy such as Cobra Commander fighting against them? And actually, when Larry Hama, he's the script writer for the Marvel comics, when he first got the job of writing for the Marvel comics, and there is only 10 pictures of the G.I. Joes, but no enemies. So Larry Hama talked with his friends, and there's a guy come up with this idea. How about Cobra? And everybody liked the name Cobra. The Cobra sounds so mysterious and also so powerful. So they got a name Cobra. And this guy, Cobra Commander, appeared in the Marvel Comics issue #1 and also in the cartoons. And the origin of this character, there are two versions. The first is from the cartoon. There is a race called a snake race. They rule over the surface of the earth. But then the humans came around, and the technology, the force, the snake race to go into the underground to build their base is called a Cobra La. And Cobra La just send Cobra Commander to come back to the earth, surface, and to fight against G.I. Joes, fight against the humans, to rebuild their base on the surface of the earth. That is #1 version. And #2 is from the Marvel comics, and it says Cobra Commander, this guy is a used car dealer, and he faced a lot of failure in his job, so he just want to quit his job and to create his own empire. So that's two versions. One is a cartoon, the other one is comic books. Okay. So this figure, I believe, why it's so popular, because it's learned from two movies. First is Star Wars, Darth Vader. I also got a figure here. It's 1977 Darth Vader. Look at them. The helmet. And also, Darth Vader got equipment here helping him to breathe. And also, our Cobra Commander on his back, there is also some kind of equipment, right? There are some buttons, just like Darth Vader. And also, this one, you can just name it like a Venom laser pistol storage. Okay, to give some supply for this a Venom pistol, or it just can give some supply for his mask. And actually, his mask, there are two functions. First, to help him breathe. Like the reason there's like a movie, like a Cobra Rise, something like that, and he's using his mask to breathe. And second, give him more mysterious feeling. Okay, like he's wearing a poker face. Nobody knows what he's thinking about. All right, so they really look like. I mean, Darth Vader, he has his lightsaber, and our Cobra Commander, he has his Venom laser pistol. Is another thing. Okay, Hasbro learning from the Kenner toy, I believe, because this Darth Vader is so popular. So why don't we have a Cobra Commander that look like Darth Vader? And what about his personality? And personality, I believe, there's a movie is called The Great Dictator by Charlie Chaplin. And in the movie, that guy is very paranoid and overexcited and shouting, yelling. And just like Cobra Commander in the cartoon, he like shouting, yelling, and do a lot of funny things. So I believe this Cobra Commander is a combination of Darth Vader and the Great Dictator. Okay, and this version is a 1983 swivel arm. So the brand name here said 1982 to 1983. Because this figure can get it. In 1982, there are two versions. One is called a straight arm Mickey Mouse. The other one is just straight arm. And the Mickey Mouse version is more expensive, probably around $150 to $250, because you know that figure is the Hasbro's first production. They just make this logo very simply look like a Mickey Mouse, and soon after that they just correct this logo here. So the Mickey Mouse version is more rare. All right, so let's look at his file card to get some information about this guy. And he's a Cobra Commander, and his code name is Enemy Leader. But for all the collectors, we all call him Cobra Commander. And his file name is classified. His primary military specialty is intelligence. He's collecting all the informations. And the secondary military specialty is ordnance, experimental weaponry. So that's why Cobra has a lot of cool weapon gears. And his birthplace is classified. His grade is Commander-in-Chief, okay? And here's a little bit of information about himself. He's absolute power, total control of the world, its people, wealth, and resources. That's the objective of Cobra Commander. This fanatical leader rules with an iron fist, and he demands total loyalty and allegiance. And his main battle plan for the world control relies on revolution and chaos. He's personally led uprising in the Middle East, Southeast Asia, and other trouble spots, responsible for kidnapping scientists, businessmen, and military leaders, and then forcing them to reveal their top-level secrets. Okay, so this guy, Cobra Commander, is hatred and evil personified, corrupt, and a man without scruples, and probably the most dangerous man alive. Okay, there is no other weapon, introduction, because his only weapon here is on his back. This is called a Venom, okay, laser pistol. All right, so let's look at this figure. This figure, when you purchase it, there are three things you need to look at. First is the mask here, the silver paint. It easily scrub off some paint, and also the chest piece. This Cobra logo. If you don't have this logo, it's not really that kind of cool. And also there's a red stripe on the right leg, and it's very easily wear off. So 3 paints, mask, and his logo on the chest, and this red stripe. All right, let's take this gun first. It's a pretty detailed Venom pistol, laser pistol. I mean, he's just, the figure is learning from Darth Vader. Darth Vader got a lightsaber, and he got this little, like the Star Wars blaster thing. There are 2 little pack here, and easily broken, and if you're broken, cannot be stored here on his back. And even his back has some details. And even his shirt is color here, not only paint, but some, little buttons there. And this place, I believe, is like the radio communication thing. He can contact the army in the front because he's a commander-in-chief. And also the belt, there are 2 pouches for some little, accessories he need. Here's a dagger here. It's kind of like a K-bar, but I'm pretty sure it's a kind of a dagger, like the German soldiers during World War II. And also his articulation, because it's a swivel arm, so you can just turn left to right of his arm. And also there's an O-ring inside. You can twist his body. And his head can left to right, but cannot nodding head. Cannot do that, only from left to right. And his leg go up 90 degree, go down, knee 90 degree. And there are 2 holes under his knee, so you can really put him on a pad. Okay, so this is the Cobra Commander. He's, I believe he's the most popular guy in the Cobra team. And if you love G.I. Joe, you have all the G.I. Joe figures, you gotta have him, because without him, there's no life purpose for all the G.I. Joe figures. All right, everybody, this is Master Joe, and if you like my video, please press like, subscribe, and leave some comments under my video, because your comments and your like is really my motivation of making more videos of this kind. Thank you so much. See you next time.
But Cobra will survive to defeat you! Remember my words! I got that sunshine